up, you guys? It's your girl Nick. I'm out here in the garden because I have bugs. But I have lots of garden chores that I need to do. I'm a little bit behind because, of course, yesterday was Mother's Day, and I did not do anything all day. That was my goal, to not do anything, not even in the garden. So I hope you guys had a wonderful, wonderful weekend and are ready to get out here with me and do all the garden chores that I didn't do this weekend. I'm really behind. It is absolutely amazing how quickly things happen in the garden. And if you grow, you know that you can come out in the garden one day and nothing's going on. Everything's all good. And then the very next day, you come out and it's like, oh, I need to pick that. Oh, there's a bug that has laid eggs. Oh, this has happened. Or, you know, things just happen so quickly. Once they start growing, they just go bananas. So, case in point, my garlic. I did come out here and look around on Saturday, and I said, okay, on Monday, I'm gonna come out here and pick this garlic because my scape had fallen over, which lets me know that it's time for it to come up. My intent was to cut that garlic scape so that I could send the energy back down into the bulb. Let me show you guys what I'm talking about. That garlic plant right there has a scape on it. Had a scape. I don't know what it's doing now. It looks like it's about to go to flower or something, but my intent was to cut that off, use it in some food, and let the energy go back into the bulb. Y'all, these bugs are killing me. And a day later I came and it was laid on the ground like this. And then today I got out here and saw that. So I'm gonna see, looks like a lot of this garlic might be ready. So I'm gonna go ahead and just pull one, and if one's ready, they're probably all ready because I planted them all at the same time. So that's one big chore that I'm gonna do. But before I do that, I just wanna show you guys a few things out here. Look at this corn. I never ever thought I would grow corn, but yet there it is. It's looking absolutely amazing, actually. This is my first time ever doing this, and I had no idea what to expect, but I kind of love it. And I do have another baby corn over in a pot. I'll show you guys that in a minute. This is cabbage, I think, and it's a remnant, kind of like my celery here, from the winter garden, the fall garden. And I just left it to see what it was gonna do. Now, I need to come out here and take some of these old leaves off, which I'm gonna do, and then I'll take inside and we can have that. I might make some wraps or something for dinner with that tonight. So that is another chore that I need to come out here and do today. As you can see, the zinnias are starting to bloom, and I still have turnips out here because the family loves them and they wanted me to see if I could keep them going. I see my shadow. Anyway, the sage, that's always doing really, really well. We had to reinforce this raised bed, and now I'm just starting to put things back in there, plant in there again. Here's another chore that I need to do. This tomato, that's a cherry tomato, it cannot be in the same bed with this little sprout. Now, I just learned that the reason my Brussels sprouts are not doing what they need to do is because I need to top it. So I'm gonna come out here, top that off. Basically, it just means I cut off the head so it can send energy back down into the stalk. And I'm gonna let that go as well and just see what it does. In the meantime, I'm gonna transplant this baby someplace else. So some things may have to move around in this bed. There's not a lot going on in this bed over here. I do have some garlic here that I probably need to pull up. Other than that, this is like my tomato and pepper bed, and then okra down at the end. So those things are not doing anything quite yet because not super hot enough yet. So soon that will be a lot more full. Over here in this pot I have, oh look, oh my gosh, you guys, this is red burgundy okra. I got this from the okra lady at my Texas backyard garden. I think that's the right handle. Anyway, I got this from her. Look how gorgeous that is. already we're having okra. Look at the flower. The flowers are beautiful. That's a beautiful plant, actually, with that red stem. I love it. Anyway, chocolate mint. Chocolate mint there. Smells amazing. Lemongrass for all those Asian dishes that I love, love, love. And this, you guys, this is, it doesn't look like baby corn, but this is baby corn. Again, look how pretty that is. It's so pretty. I had no idea that I would want to grow corn, but I do like baby corn because I like it in salads, and I like it, again, in Asian cooking. All right, moving right along. I put this cherry tomato in a grow bag, and I have some extras down there. When I take suckers off, look. Oh my gosh. Tomatoes, you guys. And lots of blooms coming on there. But when I take suckers off, like here, I need to take that sucker off. When I take those off, I just put them in water and let them root, and then I can give that to other people. In the grow bag right next to that, I put some tomatillos. These are just seeds from a tomatillo that I had from the grocery store, and I just said, let me plop it in there and see what it does. And that's what all these little seedlings are. I'm gonna have to come out here and thin those, obviously, but for now I'm just gonna let them go. I'm starting over with my avocados, of course, because I did not get to the others fast enough when we had the freeze. And look here, this is my Meyer lemon tree. I've only had this thing a few months. I think I got it at the end of the year, last year, maybe like November, on sale. And fruit. So much fruit on here. And then more flowers and buds. So that tree is gonna be loaded. Not many leaves, but lots and lots of fruit. That's an olive tree there. I don't know what that's gonna do. I bought it on a whim. These are my red potatoes. I'm so excited about this. Yeah, nothing but red potatoes in there. And these are my chocolate bell peppers, which I also got from the okra lady. I'm really excited about these too. So anyway, got some chores to do. I'm gonna go ahead and get started on that. And I will show you guys what things look like after I get it cleaned up a little bit. While we're over here, let me just show you something before we go inside. I put this lemongrass, I bought one small lemongrass plant and I divided it. I put this lemongrass in this pot, which always had grandmother's tea plants in them. I didn't think they would come back. You can see I cut these stems all the way back and the wood is dead. But then more growth started coming up from the base, from inside the pot. So now I'm gonna take this lemongrass back out of here and put it over on the other side with the rest of the lemongrass. So I'm really, really excited that that's coming back. Look at that. I'm excited about that. And then one other thing, of course, there's my herbs. This right here is, I think these are called tatsoi grains. I got these from the okra lady. They were a freebie in my package. I didn't order them. They were a freebie. So these are like the microgreens from that. I'm gonna just like do this as cut and come again, and as I use them all up, I'm gonna throw some more seeds in here because I didn't know this was gonna do this. And here's the great thing about growing your own and having microgreens like this. Like, there's no bugs, so I can just take that. Oh, it's super tender and tasty. Yeah, that's gonna be delicious. And then really quickly, this is one of the things I was talking about with the tomato cuttings. This was a sucker. I'm gonna need to pot that up and I'm gonna give that to somebody. This was a sucker and I just stuck it in water, and look at all those roots. And it's growing just in water. Like, it's sucking up all the water. And that's gonna be a viable plant and actually produce fruit. Very, very cool things happening in the garden. All right, y'all, turns out that my garlic was not quite ready. But I did get a pretty good harvest today. I took off those cabbage leaves and we'll use that. I got a little baby onion out of the deal, and I cut some scapes. They're so pretty. A couple of scapes got out of that. Where's the other one? There she is. So, and then kale. Like, my kale plants, you guys have been seeing these, have just been growing like crazy. And it's really, really bizarre. There's two right there, and there's another couple over here in this raised bed. But anyway, it's really very bizarre because kale we don't mind that it's still growing, because we love kale. But it's just really weird because kale is a cool veg, and it's not cool right now. Like, literally, gardening in Houston is like no place else I have ever heard of. Literally, in one day, we can have practically every season. You wake up in the morning and it feels like winter. By about this time during the day, it's about noon, it feels like a little like spring, starting to feel like summer. By 3, 4 o'clock, it's full on hot summertime. So we got all the seasons in one day, and I think that's why some of these things are still going. Like that kale has just grown like crazy, and the turnips, I'm still growing turnips like crazy. The celery, like, that is an anomaly. I have no idea how that's happening, but I'm not complaining, like I said. Anyway, I got chores done, all of my garden chores, and I've relocated quite a bit in the garden. Like, I had to move the Brussels sprout after I cut it back, move it, and put the cherry tomato there, because all of the rest of the tomatoes are on this half of the garden. And they're moving kind of slow because they didn't get a great start, but they will be just fine. Now, let me just show you really quickly. This is what the sprout looks like. I just literally chopped off the top. And there it is. It looks like a little Brussels sprout, but now all the energy is going to go back down into the stalk, and we'll see how that does over the next couple of weeks, especially in this heat. So anyway, you guys, I wanted to get done, relocated some things. Sorry, the sun is super duper bright out here, and now I'm done for the day. I can just sit back and marvel at everything that's growing. Till next time, you guys, I hope you enjoyed seeing what's going on in my garden today, and I will talk to you later. Bye.